Hey everybody, and welcome to my totally amateur review of the Korg Minilogue. I'm sorry, I'm just getting set up here. I couldn't press the camera button on my phone while it's in this new phone holder. Problem solved. Okay, so let's start with an introduction of the outside of the device. As you can see on the front, there's a plethora of knobs and switches and buttons and stuff. That's pretty cool. And of course, keys. The top of it's a metal shell. Feels nice, like brushed aluminum. On the back, we have a wood panel, and we have a bunch of inputs and outputs. A couple MIDI and what is that thing there? A USB? Yeah, USB wire and power button and charger and all that stuff. So it's pretty standard stuff. There's even a couple inputs there. I believe that's for giving and receiving the timing input. MIDI timing input, but I'm not sure. I don't know. What can I say about this device? The thing that I love about this device is it sounds fantastic, and it's really fun to just play with the knobs. So let's give that a shot here. I'm going to lower the camera a bit. You won't be able to see as well the front of the device, but maybe be able to hear the speaker a bit better. Move this over here, because it's all about the sound, right? Okay. Sounds very nice. Of course, with all these knobs, we can play with the sound a lot. Sounds really nice. It is an analog synthesizer, so of course it's got some fatter sounds than what you might expect from a digital. Here you can see there's the knob here, pitch knob. And then you have all sorts of different things. You have two oscillators in here. So right now it's set to triangle. Oh, this is triangle. I don't know my things very much. So sine, triangle, and square. Pretty cool. This might actually be, that's sawtooth, it's not sine. My bad. It's sawtooth, triangle, and square. So I can play with that, and the pitch, kind of detune it a bit. And I can adjust the shape. Then there's up here, you've got the mixer, and that will determine how much level you have of each oscillator. Turn that one down, that one down. No sound because there's no oscillator running, not just the bottom one. On its own, and then in pair. So this machine is actually a lot of fun to play with because it sounds really good, and it's just, I don't know, I find it's quite fun to mess around with sounds. There are a bunch of preset sounds in here, so. There are so many presets in here, and I'm not going to go through all of them because there are just too many. But I will show you one of my favorite things about this machine is just how easy it is to make your own patches, make your own sounds. So let's go back to the one here. I'm scrolling this knob here to get back to octabass. That's the #1 default sound on this device. It's the one we just played with. Let's say I play with it a little bit. Play with it a little bit, and I like the sound that I make. Just, okay, I really want to keep this one. I like it. It sounds great. How do I keep it? Well, it's so simple. Just press right once, choose the number you want to write to, and choose 190, press right again, and it's done. You've saved the patch. That's how easy it is to keep whatever you've created. It's so easy. And I really like that about that. I didn't have to menu dive at all. I didn't have to figure out some weird, I don't know, button presses or no layering whatsoever. Just press the right button, find a location, and press it again. You can save it right on top of the actual sample itself if you want. So like, let's say you stumble upon the sound that's in 8, and you don't really like that sound, that you mess with it until you do. Just press right twice, and it'll write over it with your version of the sound, and it stays there. Pretty cool. Of course, this isn't just a mono synth, it's a poly as well. So right now it's set to mono mode. You can see it right there, but I can change it to poly. It doesn't have the same fatness as mono, so if you listen, not quite as thick because it's reserving some polyphony for the extra keys. So. Sounds pretty nice when you put it into that. And all different ones, all different settings. All the different sounds can be set. Right now it's on an arpeggiator. Cool. Arpeggiator, of course, goes to the tempo, which is right up here. Right up here, I can set the tempo of the device. And there is a very basic sequencer, 16-step sequencer, and it's very easy to use. Just click on record. Let me just find a less crazy sample. Okay, so click on record here. Let me just move the camera over. Click record. Now it's ready. And then play. Has a little rest at the end of it. I don't know how to turn that off. I don't know if that's been figured out, but I've seen it written about, and some people complain that it has a little rest at the end of the sequence. It's odd that it doesn't just play perfectly. Yeah. Every time. I believe the timing of that is just set to the tempo of the machine, so if I play... turn down the tempo of the machine and it slows down the sequencer. So it's very simple, very basic, works. That's all you need. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say about the device. I mean, of course, I should say there are settings like delay and stuff like that. They sound pretty good. Turn up the feedback. Yeah. All sorts of different settings for resonance and resonance cutoff and just, envelopes, and there's so many different settings on here. I think the biggest plus about this synthesizer is it's really cheap. Like, you're talking about $500 or less, and I know that doesn't sound like cheap as in $100 or anything, but it's cheap in the sense that for what you get, it's really good value for the money. There's just so much that this thing can do. It's very flexible. It makes some really sweet sounds, and you can be very creative on it. And as I mentioned before, writing in new patches, you discover a sound by knob twisting and find something you like. It's so easy to just double tap right and you've saved it. It's yours now. You can come back to it anytime you want. So yeah, my opinions about this device are very high. I'm very pleased with it. I've never used an analog synth until I got this thing, and I'm blown away by it. I think it's fantastic. If you have a few $100 to spare and you're like trying to wonder how to get into the world of synthesizers, this is definitely it. If you are a big-time music producer, you probably already know about it. But me, I'm just a totally amateur dude, and this keyboard has been quite a wonderful thing to use. Yeah. Anyway, that's my review for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and of course I will be putting out more reviews in the future. Next time I'm gonna get around to those groove boxes, the Korg MX1 and the Roland MC808. I'm gonna get around to it eventually. It's gonna happen, I promise. But until then, hope you guys stay cool or warm if it's cold out there, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, Katie Kiss out.